Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Ruach double honors unto the apostles and the elders of the great millstone who taught us this truth. And shalom also to the Akim pushing his word in sincerity and in truth, and to the speckled bird across the four corners of the world, and to the few sisters who are listening. To you I say shalom. Lord willing, this will be an edifying lesson, and it's going to be a quick one. But, I was reading earlier Sirach, the third chapter, and this is what inspired me to make this lesson. So this is Sirach 3:21. It says, "Seek not out the things that are too hard for thee, neither search the things that are above thy strength." Basically going into how we shouldn't be wondering about the many things that are in this world, the many philosophies that only administer questions rather than, edify. We're not supposed to be searching for those things. The truth is very plain. People like to forget about the simplicity that's in Yahweh Shai. As a matter of fact, let me get that scripture as well. This is simplicity. Yup. This is 2 Corinthians 11:3. It says, "But I fear lest by any means, as the serpent beguiled Eve through his subtlety, so your mind should be corrupted from the simplicity that is in Hamashiach." And that's right, man. Don't let your mind be corrupted by the simplicity that is in Hamashiach. This truth is very simple to those who understand. Let me see. That's plain. Yup. This is Proverbs 8:9. It says, "They are all plain to him that understandeth, and right to them that find knowledge." So this truth is very plain to those that understand. But those that don't understand, what do? They try to search for things that are too high for them, when the scriptures clearly tell you not to do that, because these things are only gonna administer more questions than actually edify. This is 1 Timothy 1:4. Let me get it real quick. 1 Timothy 1:4, and it says, 1 Timothy 1:4 says, "Neither give heed to fables and endless genealogies, which minister questions rather than godly edifying, which is in faith, so do." So these things that these people, go after, especially things like the book of Enoch, the book of Jasher, the Gnostic Gospels, these are things that people constantly bring up. But all they do is just administer more questions than actually edify. It's just you going after things that, that are above thy strength. So let's go back to that Sirach 3. It's just Sirach 3:22. It says, But what is commanded thee, think thereupon with reverence, for it is not needful for thee to see with thine eyes to the things that are in secret." And that's right. And what were we commanded to think upon? Let's go to Joshua 1:8. This is what we're actually commanded to think about. This is a commandment. This is Joshua 1:8. "This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success." So this is what we're supposed to think about with reverence. These words, this book of the law. This is what's commanded of us. We're not supposed to be looking out for things that are too high for us, man. It's just going to cause confusion. It says, "Be not curious in unnecessary matters, for more things are showed unto thee than men understand." And that's right. The scriptures go into how, let me see, how many prophets, let me see, it's in the New Testament. Yahweh told them that many prophets basically wanted to see, what they were seeing. Let me see. Let me see. Salakia. Oh, right here, Salakia for the water for bearing with me. But this is Matthew 13 and 17. It says, "For verily I say unto you, that many prophets and righteous men have desired to see those things which ye see." So a lot of the prophets, they desire to see this time that we're currently living in. Even the scriptures go into how Noah prophesied about these things. Noah was given visions of the end. Many righteous men, throughout the earth's history, especially in the nation of Israel, have desired to see the times that we're currently living in, especially the prophets. Because the prophets were shown many things. you know and especially prophets like Ezra was given a lot. When you go into second Esdras, there's certain books that the Lord told him to put away. you know and there's many prophets and righteous men that have desired to see the things which we see. It says, and have not seen them, and to hear those things which you hear and have not heard them. you know so, hey, we shouldn't be curious about unnecessary matters. The Lord has shown us more than men can actually understand. That's why these people bug out. They don't have the truth. But we do have the truth, and we have to actually you know glory in that, because the scriptures talk about how if any man glory, he should glory in this, that he knows and understands the Lord. This is Jeremiah 9. Let me see, in 20. Slovakia. This is Jeremiah 9:24. It says, "But let him that glorieth glory in this, that he understandeth and knoweth me, that I am the Lord which exercise loving kindness, judgment, and righteousness in the earth, for in these things I delight, saith the Lord." So that's what we have to glory in, and the fact that we understand the Lord, the fact that we actually understand this truth, because many people do not even understand this. Many people are lost in this. I was once lost in this. There was so many times when I could pick up the Bible and read it, and I didn't know, couldn't make heads or tails out of this book. Even the apostle said it. The apostle Tahar, in one of his live camps, he said that the Bible's a weird book. The Bible's a weird book because many people could pick it up and read it, but that doesn't mean they're gonna understand it. That doesn't mean they're gonna be able to put two and two together and see how it all goes together. But we do. All these people are lost in the book of Jasher, the book of Enoch, the book of this, the book of that, the book of so many things. But we actually could glory that in the fact that we understand the Lord. It says, "For many are deceived by their own vain opinion, and an evil suspicion has overthrown their judgment." That's right. "Without eyes thou shalt want light, profess not the knowledge therefore that thou hast not." And that's what a lot of these false prophets would do. That's why a lot of people are going to be cut off in these days as well. The scriptures talk about how they're going to go after the husbandman in those days, because of the lies that basically that they taught. And that's going into you so-called pastors that teach this word and don't even know what you're talking about. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Let's see. If I can't find it, I'll just move on and end the lesson. But let me see. That's right. Look, I found it right here. The Wadi Haba Shimei Shai. Let me start at. Oof. Actually, let me start at. I'm gonna start at verse 2. This is Zechariah 13:2. It says, "And it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord of hosts, that I will cut off the names of the idols out of the land, and they shall no more be remembered. And also I will cause the prophets and the unclean spirit to pass out of the land. And it shall come to pass that when any shall yet prophesy, then his father and his mother that begat him shall say unto him, Thou shalt not live, for thou speakest lies in the name of the Lord. And his father and his mother that begat him shall thrust him through when he prophesieth. And it shall come to pass in that day that the prophet shall be ashamed every one of his vision when he has prophesied, neither shall they wear a rough garment to deceive. But he shall say, I am no prophet, I am an husbandman, for man taught me to keep cattle from my youth up. And one shall say unto him, What are these wounds in thy hands? Then he shall answer, those with which I was wounded in the house of my friends. So in those days they're gonna go after the prophet, after these false prophets, for the lies that they taught in the name of the Lord. That's why if you don't know this truth, you just have to keep your mouth shut. Let me read that one more time in Sirach. It says, Without eyes thou shalt want light. Profess not the knowledge that thou hast not. You shouldn't be professing anything if you don't really know what you're talking about. But in those days, you're going to be exposed. As a matter of fact, that's in Mark 2. And it says that everything, I'm going to use it in this context, but it says that everything done in the dark shall come to light. Let me get it real quick. It's in Mark. This is Mark chapter 4. Chapter 4 and 22. And it says, For there is nothing hid which shall not be manifested, neither was anything kept secret, but that it shall come abroad. So that goes, in a lot of directions, But in this case, the false prophets, you're going to be exposed. Everything that you did in secret, is going to come to light. Especially the lies that you told in the name of the Lord. Everything is going to be weighed. That's why, you had to remember and not forget about the simplicity that is in Hamashiach, and not seek out the things that are too high for thee, because you could be teaching and you could be teaching the wrong thing. There's certain camps that literally teach the book of Enoch, certain camps that literally teach out of the book of Jasher and all these other things, and that's bugged out. They're looking for things that are higher than what is actually written in the scriptures. They're seeking out things that are too high for them, and that just causes more confusion rather than edifying, So with that, Lord willing, this is an edifying lesson. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai B'Hashem Chakadash. The honors unto the apostles and the elders of the great millstone taught us this truth. The Wadi Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai for giving me spirit to make this lesson. Wa Abad Shalom.